What is up, Clashers? Midlighter Man here again with another video. Thank you guys for being so patient with me. I know I haven't posted in a little bit, but it'll all be worth it. Trust me, this video is actually kind of crazy. So what I did is I bought the Pass Royale when the season started, and I haven't really been playing too much. I haven't been very motivated. I have had a lot of school things to do. College is coming up. I'm a senior. You know how it is, guys. But this is the deck I've been using to grind out crowns and ladder. It is absolutely insane. As you guys can see here, I am just like almost undefeated with this deck. It's actually insane. Yeah, there's one defeat there, but I mean, like, it's actually crazy how many people I was able to defeat in a row. And as you can see, a lot of these are 3 crowns, 2 crowns, and a lot of them don't even get 1 crown on me. Sometimes you just have to stack that crown in order for the 3. But it's allowed me to move up this pass royale very quickly in the end of the season here. I'm going to probably grind out the book by the end of the day. Hopefully make another video for tomorrow. But I wanted to show you guys some of the more interesting matches ahead here, such as this one with a rocket cycle that I probably should not have won, but I played it nigh on perfectly, and I just wanted to share this with you guys, and we're gonna hop right into it. So hopping into this first match here, I was actually pretty scared because his badges show that he plays P.E.K.K.A. and Hog, which is not something that is necessarily good for me to play against because my deck is really kind of spammy and hog-centric, you know how it is. I have the Mega Knight, which is P.E.K.K.A. would counter perfectly, and then my Hog, which is P.E.K.K.A. would counter perfectly. Not good for me, but luckily he was playing a very, very classic Rocket Cycle deck. Nothing too crazy. It was kind of confusing to start with, but after he played those 3 or 4 cards, I mean, I knew basically what I was going against. And I wasn't really sure how to start it off because he countered my Hog, which is always a great play, guys. Don't ever be scared to just play the Hog bridge because, I mean, in a lot of instances, they are countering you with something that's, equal or very, very close in Elixir. I play Musketeer back, and he rockets that, so I know he's, like, either close to my Elixir or very down on it. And I know he relies on very spammy cards, so I go all in here with my Evar's Rage, and just look at how much tower damage I get here. It brings it all the way down to just 340, and I'm going to get arrows value on this princess here, because I mean 3 for 3 equal trade, and I know he has a goblin barrel back in hand. I figured he would play that, so I hovered my bats, I was waiting, I played them down here. His goblin barrel gets like 2 hits in, 3 hits, yeah, 3 hits there, but look at this counter push I get, these bats, which I guess is enough to force out a reaction from him. I don't really know why, because they weren't going to connect to the tower, but he plays the Knight, and the Knight's kind of scary for me because I don't know what he can play with it. He goes with Goblin Gang, and I have Mega Knight here, which just gets rid of all of it, which is really good for me. And I knew that he was going to play the Inferno Tower, so I had the Ice Spirit here. He kind of messes up his Ice Spirit, and he draws my Mega Knight straight to the tower, which allows me to get that first crown. And the rest of this match isn't all too exciting, but I just wanted to show you guys that play that I made with E-Barbs on the Rage right after he plays Rocket. Sometimes you just have to trust your instinct and go all in, knowing that you can just outplay your opponent there in that one instance, because he didn't know I had E-Barbs, so it's kind of just one mistake by him is all that you need in order to gain a very strong advantage from the beginning, and he can't really claw himself back. So I'm gonna hop into another match here, guys. I'll see you in that one. This next match here is against Adrian, who's running a Witch Mega Knight deck. It has a couple of the wizards in it. Skarmy has Zap, which is a pretty interesting one, and Fireball. And if you paid any attention to my deck earlier when I was showing you, you notice I don't have a big spell. So I don't really have an efficient way of killing all of his, like, witches or wizards that he plays. I just kind of have to really trust on my arrows and my Mega Knight doing its job. Sometimes I can get away with rage arrow cycling, and I didn't have anything good in hand, so, I just played a 3 elixir combo there with the Ice Spirit and the bats, and then, unfortunate for me, he has an E-Dragon here. Sorry, not an E-Dragon, he has an Inferno Dragon. And I try to counter it with my Musketeer, but I completely fail. I'm still a little rusty. I haven't played in a while, guys. You're going to have to give me a break. Wouldn't be a Midlighter Man video if I didn't whiff something. I mean, let's be honest here. And I'm down 3 Elixir, and his guards get a little bit of damage, but I'm still up because my Hog got 1 hit. He's going to leak a little bit. He's actually going to leak a lot here, which isn't... I'm not going to complain because, I was still charging up Elixir, and I don't really have anything good in hand to counter the switch back. So, you know what, I'm just like, screw it, we're going to go opposite lane with my Hog. I mess up my Rage there, so my Ice Spirit jumps down onto one skeleton as opposed to the tower. And as you can see, I did not come off positive on this trade here. But I do have a Mega Knight and Bats all going down his bridge right now, which is pretty scary considering he has nothing to counter it. I mean, what is he gonna do? Like, if I were him, I probably would have waited for Mega Knight to jump on tower and the Electro Wizard it. But, you know, he plays guards, which is an okay play, but it just allows me to almost completely take that tower. And I knew he was super low on elixir, so I pressured the other side with a Hog and a Rage. He just has no elixir to counter. As you can see, after my still super aggressive 6 elixir push, I'm still, like, up elixir. Like, that's just actually kind of insane, guys. Yeah, and then at this point, you know, the match is basically over, but he's going to continue to try with another Witch Mega Knight push, which I now know how to counter. I just have to counter using my own Mega Knight, basically. But where he played the Witch, I wasn't very comfortable with that, so I tried to get off E-Barbs, and then my own Mega Knight, but I didn't really have time, so I just kind of had to, like, spam things on all of it. I actually don't know how he didn't get my tower there. My Bats getting all raged up was very clutch. And then here he plays Witch back again, so, you know, I know that he doesn't have enough to counter my Hog, so I just play that right onto his tower. And, I mean, after I get that other tower, it's good game. We both know it. He says thanks, he admits his defeat, but he's still going to keep trying, which I respect. Don't give up until the match is over. You never know when you can pull off that one last clutch Inferno Dragon connection or something weird. Yeah, but that was this match. As you guys can see, just the synergy allowed by this deck is actually kind of crazy. We're going to hop into one final match here, and yeah, see you guys in that. So in this match, I'm playing against a Lumberloon opponent, which is actually pretty difficult for me because I don't have very many air cards. Like, I have my Bats and I have my Muskie, but, like, other than that, I don't really have very much. I kind of have to just rely on the pressure that I can put on my opponent while somehow managing to defend his pushes. So he's going to go right in here immediately with a push. I have Bats, Musketeer, and Ice Spirit in hand. Thank God. That allowed me to defend it, like, perfectly. And then have a Hog here on his side. Gonna Rage that bad boy up, and look how much damage I get here. It's actually kind of insane. Rage on Hog is absolutely broken. And yeah, there goes his tower. I mean, I didn't take it, but I could with just these arrows. I mean, it's very tempting, but I decided to wait and have something to counter. I really wanted to cry after I played those arrows. Because, I mean, I could have Mega Knighted that perfectly, and it would have saved me, like, 2,000 damage or something. Yes, just about 2,000 damage. And it would have made my day so much better. We get one back connection there, so his tower is now down to 5 HP. I'm up a little bit of damage, as you guys can see. And I don't think he really knows what to play, so he's just going to go Wizard back. I'm going to play Musketeer opposite lane, knowing that he doesn't have that balloon back, but I know that his push is quite scary, so I have to keep the pressure on him. It would be in my interest to trade towers right now, because I only have 1,300 HP, but he has 3,000. So, I mean, if we can trade towers, I will be very happy. So I allow him to take my tower, and he just freezes everything. I mean, it was very frustrating because, like, freeze, I don't like people who play freeze, but it's very effective, so I can't blame him. And in the end, even though he gets a bunch of damage on the king tower, I'm not really worried because I took half of his other tower's HP. And if I just play my Hog Rage cycle rate, I mean, he really can't defend it. Like, even with his Elite Barbarians, Hog Rage is still almost impossible to defend. And yeah, so I just go in for Elite Barbarians and an Ice Spirit here. He just can't defend it. He has nothing in his hand. I mean, he had the Elite Barbarians, but still, my Ice Spirit would have froze it all up, and I just would have clutched it up. He's going to go Elite Barbarian's pocket here. I have Mega Knight. It's game over. He knows it. His tower is just only 5 health. So, yeah, it's not looking good for him. It's actually a really well played freeze, allowing his wizard to just barely survive and get a ton of value out of it. But I just wanted to speak a little bit again on the synergy allowed in this deck. It's absolutely insane because you can just play the Hog and then you can follow it up with Elite Barbarians and the Rage, and just the Hog goes crazy on the tower, and then if he doesn't stop the Elite Barbarians, I mean, it's game over, and I have the Bats, the Elite Barbarians, another Hog on the board, a Mega Knight, the Rage, the Musketeer. It's just so much. It overwhelms him. Thank you guys for watching today's video. I'm going to try and start posting daily, if not, like, every other day. I just want to start posting very regularly for you guys, because even when I wasn't posting, I was still gaining subscribers, which is a very good thing for me, because, you know, I want to grow the channel, and it seems like you guys want me to keep posting and growing the channel more. Thank you guys for watching today's video, and I'll catch you in the next one.